All right, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Come on in the room, Clubhouse. Come on in YouTube. Come on in Facebook. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. All right, y'all. So I really need Clubhouse to stop changing stuff. Soon as you get used to a different interface, infrastructure, they start, changing stuff around. Please leave stuff alone. Leave it the way it was. It was working. All right, so we got a good topic today. Of course, you might have seen it, depending on where you're watching this. If you're watching this on the My Church channel, you're just watching the Akintunde show. You don't necessarily see a title. But if you are on YouTube, you're on Clubhouse, you're on Facebook, you see the title, Are Men Today Lost? So that's the topic for today. But before we get to that topic, I want to address something that some comments that were posted on a video that I posted this week. So I posted a video, and I was essentially discussing this whole issue, this whole mindset of that you believe that you're supposed to be, that marriage is about your happiness, that you get married for someone to make you happy, or for everything in life to be happy. If you're not happy, then you can leave your marriage. It comes from a topic we had last week, which then spilled over into a video that I then posted to address the topic even further, or in a truncated, more direct fashion, because people are leaving marriages and the conversation or the topic or the reason is, well, I just wasn't happy. So this is not the topic for today, but I do want to address this because there were some comments that were posted on Facebook. Shout out to Facebook. Thank y'all so much. And just listen, I want to be clear about this. Even if I don't agree with your comment or your perspective, I don't have a problem with you commenting. Please do comment. Shout out to everybody. We are having the highest rate of increase in the history of our Facebook page in the last few months, in the last couple months in particular. Last month we had the highest month on record, and 1 week, 2 weeks ago, we had the highest viewed week on record. But interestingly enough, this video it had a nice, I posted it 24 hours ago. It had a nice, robust amount of views, but it only had a few comments, which was interesting. A lot of shares. Thank you for the shares. A lot of likes. Thank you for the likes, but not a lot of comments, which was interesting. Because usually what happens is that there are a lot of likes, if there are a lot of shares, then there'll be a lot of comments. But in this case, it wasn't. All right. So I'm gonna read some of the comments. There wasn't very many, so I can read just about all of them. Carol Does Hair says, I absolutely believe this. Tina Russell said, love and marriage is a conscious commitment. You have to commit to being with someone who may not make you feel special all the time. They may not give you butterflies every day. They may start to stink or gain weight or lose hair or lose teeth. But you have to say that you are committed to that person per your vows, and stay in the marriage. And sometimes you fall in love with that person all over again for their new or evolved qualities. Very good point, Tina. And I really appreciated that sentiment. Sheila Lee said 100% I agree. Joyce Williams said marriage is a daily commitment to each other. In spite of whatever, I still choose you because it's what's good for me. I hear you, Joyce. Tina Grimes Span said, what? She said, what? That's all. All right. Derek Evans says 100. I agree. Robin Giles says drop the mic. Joe Live said I'm not married, but I have so many questions. Do you stay in a marriage if you're not happy? What if you're never happy with your husband, wife, and nothing works, i.e. marriage counseling or therapy? Do you just waste your time and life staying in the marriage you're not happy in? Great question. And that's the one I want to address there. Briefly, Edward Davis has the hand claps emoji. Chalet Eva said, y'all sold that lie for so lot of O's long. Now you trying to change it. Okay. I don't know what that necessarily means by the now you try to change this line, but she says that people sold that lie. That sounds like somebody who's been either has given up on the hope of marriage or is not, necessarily vested or committed to relationships, or maybe just never was. I don't know. That's my judgment based on what she said. She didn't give a whole lot of context. I will offer Joe Live the question, and I want to respond to Tina Span, who's just simply said what with a question mark. So here's the deal. You may come to a point in your marriage where you feel as though I'm not happy with this. And you have to always go back to the commitment that you originally made. You made a vow, right? A vow is no different than a contract. It's no different than you signing a contract for a car note, for a mortgage. All of those are vows. Those are commitments, whether you made those verbally or whether you signed your name to it. In this case with marriage, you did both, and you also have a marriage license. So when you make that level of commitment, hopefully you made that level of commitment under some counsel. That's why it's good to have a pastoral counsel, or if you don't have a pastor, you don't subscribe, you're not in the Christian faith, someone within your faith who you counsel with and you get insight and information from, or someone that you respect at a level to counsel you and share wisdom with you on whether you should marry this person, because it is a lifelong commitment. And if you make that commitment, you should be committed to it for the duration of your life. And if it's not working out, that's when you figure it out. That's when you put the work in. People, here's the whole thing with this notion about being happily married and I only stay in a relationship if I'm happy. Here's the deal. A lot of y'all are not happy with your job. A lot of y'all don't like your job at all. Some of y'all straight up can't stand your job, but you go to work every day. You go to work with people who you can't stand, who you don't like. You doing a job that you don't like, and you just say, I'm just gonna get through it, and I'm gonna figure it out so I can find something new. I can get something new. First of all, you can't have that end part of that statement with your marriage. That's not the mindset to have with your marriage. I'm just gonna find me something new. Marriages are not jobs. And then you also figure it out. You work it out. You figure out a way, as she said in the comments, one of the sisters said in the comments, you figure it out, and then you fall in love with the new version of the person that they are. God can restore and renew your love for your spouse no matter what has happened. That's real talk. If you believe God can heal your body, if you believe God for wealth, if you believe God for a good job, if you can believe God for your children, you can believe God for your marriage the same way. So I just want to address briefly those comments, because I don't want people to think that I'm being unrealistic, I'm being dogmatic, nor am I trying to promote or push you being happy in a marriage. I'm just saying that there's ways to get there. And then if you have children that you've introduced to this world who didn't ask to come here, it would behoove you, and it's not fair for you to just be, 20, 30, 40 some years old, 50 some years old. You know what? This ain't working for me, and I'm leaving you, or I'm upending your life because I'm not happy. That's selfish as all get out. Men and women. If you around here leaving folks because you're not happy, man, that's weak. That's foul. I'm just saying, I'm just gonna give it to you straight. Them kids didn't ask to be here. Yeah, I know that's unpopular. I know people don't like that because folks do a lot of stuff today because they're not happy. That's why people have 15 careers by the time they're 27. You better stick to something, figure it out. Yeah, but I just want to touch on that real quick, real quick. I'm not gonna stay that long, and then get to the topic for today. So. Our men today lost. We got Cletus Kassady will be joining us today. Me, myself, Don, and Pastor Tuck. And we're going to have this conversation. But right about now, let's see who else is in the room. All right. Let's see who is with us on Clubhouse. Let me just say this right now. Clubhouse, I'm making a move, y'all. I've been saying it, and I just haven't done it, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm making a move to another audio app, so I need y'all to get ready for that. I'll tell you what the audio app is. Like I'm so for real. Carol, what's up, Carol? Good morning, sis. How you doing, ma'am? Good to see you in the house as always. I love Carol's earrings. I love women when they wear big earrings. Kimberly Morgan, what's up, sis? Kimberly will be one of our panelists this weekend for our Healthy Laughter Healthy Talk panel. Paul is in the house. What's up, Paul? Paul, host of After the Ox Show Room. right here on Clubhouse. Jay Bates, Pastor Jamal Bates. Jamal Bates radio show is in the building. Jamal, tell me how you feeling about Clubhouse. I don't want Clubhouse to limit the room or limit the algorithm, but real talk is real talk. Miss Kira, what's up, ma'am? Good morning. Kimberly, good morning. How you doing? Jamil, good morning. Love the profile pic. What is that? Is that a baseball bat or is that the Michael Jackson Scream video image? Michael, what's up, Michael? Hat game on fleek. I see you, sir. Paul, what's up, Paul? Good morning, sir. Good to see you in the house. Terrence, what up, Terrence? Edward, good morning. Queen with a K, good morning. Shauna, good morning, Shauna. Did I say that right? Kristen, good morning, Kristen. Tina, what's up, Tina? Abby, good morning, Abby. Jordan, good morning. Kimberly, good morning. Ascent, good morning. How you doing? Tony, good morning. Sharafat, good morning. Wisdom, good morning. Nina, good morning. Rubina. Morris, good morning. What's up, Morris? Katara, good morning. Jimmy, good morning. Nisha, good morning. Maisha, good morning. James, good morning. Tabia, good morning. Shauna, good morning. Pam, good morning. And I want to hear the men in the comments today. The topic is, are men today lost? This is based on a Washington Post article that's got a lot of traction, a lot of comments. And what I appreciate about the article, it did do a deep dive. And I want to say this. I want to hear from the men. I want to know men's opinion. This not talking about young men, old men, because we talked about this topic before on this show, mostly under the guise of younger men. But today, this article is talking about men in general. All right. Plus, we got a new segment we're doing today on the show. It's called "Who's That Kid?" where we show you a picture of someone and you have to tell me who it is. This is a personal one, and I'm really digging at somebody on purpose for fun's sake. But yeah, let's have some fun today. All right, Cletus Kassady coming up. Pastor Lewis Tucker is waiting. Donna is in the studio. Listen, it's time to get it started. Do me a favor, family. I need you to call your mama, call your daddy, call your auntie, call your uncle, call your cousin, call your friends, call your family, and let them all know that the Akintunde show, brought to you by Healthy Laughter and Wellsprings Family Medicine, is about to start. Let's go.
Another track laid production, but no joke entertainment. Let's go.
Akintunde is gonna make you laugh real loud. So come on, scream it out. Akintunde is gonna make you laugh real loud. Now, Akintunde. Daily I shall.
It's the Akintunde Show.
Say what?
Say what?
You heard what I said.
That's right, y'all.
The Akintunde Show.
Spell it.
A-K-I-N Tunde.
Columbia, South Carolina, it's official. Healthy Laughter season has begun. The Healthy Laughter National Stand-Up Comedy Tour comes home to Columbia, South Carolina this September. There'll be comedy showcases, free health screenings, power walk exercise days, plus the beginning of production of our national stand-up comedy television series, Healthy Laughter, laughing your way to a healthier life. To get more information, log on to healthylaughtercomedy.com. That's healthylaughtercomedy.com. And a huge thank you to our sponsors, community partners, and supporters. Wellsprings Family Medicine, Woods Automotive Sales, Be Insured for Life Health Agency, Linked Up Church, P&B Promotionals, Presley Cares Mortuary, KRJ Consulting, SGRX Saves, Chris and Brenda Bethel, Jamie and Tamika Isaac Divine, Able SC. It's Healthy Laughter Homecoming, Columbia, South Carolina. It's your brother Akintunde. And until showtime, I'ma see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.
One of the best stories that I have in satisfying one of our clients happened just recently. We had a young lady that did a family reunion for, and then they came back and placed a reorder. Now, when they placed the reorder, we could not get everything done in time. Well, we had to pull a lot of strings, make some things happen, work a little bit late, but it worked out where we were able to get the t-shirts printed and out for delivery. That's the things that we do for our clients, and we want to do that for you as well.
It's easy to become frustrated when ordering branded products and apparel. But P&B Promotionals is here to help ease those frustrations with their over 800,000 promotional products and apparel. Whether screen printed t-shirts, embroidered polo shirts, stadium cups, umbrellas, or mugs, P&B Promotionals has just what you need. Log on to pbpromotionals.com and start your order now. That's pbpromotionals.com, or send an email to info@pbpromotionals.net. info@pbpromotionals.net.
Imprinting the best for less. P&B Promotionals.
It's the Akintunde Show.
Say what? Say what?
You heard what I said.
That's right, y'all.
The Akintunde Show.
Spell it.
A-K-I-N Tunde.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Ak Show. Freestyle flow, let's go. Thursday, you thought I wouldn't do it? No, I'm about to hit it. Let's go, let's slow. It's the Akintunde Show with the freestyle flow. Bald head brothers, wake up and let's go. I got the beard blacked out because I don't like the gray. Have to do it every 3 days, yeah. Okay, Cletus in the back, Pastor Tucker in the back, Donna next to me, and it won't be whack. You can guarantee the show is going to be hot today. We got a whole hot topic. Go and let everybody know that the show is about to start. We going to get it. Ak Show freestyle. You want me to quit it, but I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep freestyling. That's how I do it. Always buck wildin'. I know you may not like it, but you're watching me do it. Swatching, swipe left if you don't like it, but stay. We're gonna have a good time. I can tune the show today. Christian handing me notes. Middle of the show. Clubhouse muted. Okay, I know. I'ma fix that right now. Right in the middle of the show. Thanks for letting me know. I lost it because I was interrupted, but I'm still flowing. Up and in the ante. Let's keep going. Ak Show freestyle flow, and I'm going hot. Freestyling on the show. Bring them up, freestyling. Let's go. Bring Don and Pastor Tucker up. See what they gonna say. Freestyle. I can tune it every day. What? What? That's me.
Well.
That's me. That's me. Yeah.
Well, you started off good.
I
Just
did,
like
I?
last week.
Okay.
Started off good, and then, I'm going to say you got interrupted, and then it just kind of went on down.
I would like to personally say thank you for muting yourself while you were freestyling.
Oh, y'all couldn't hear me in Clubhouse? Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
No, we're not sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that y'all were deprived of that. Sorry, Clubhouse.
Everybody in Clubhouse, give Ox some. Everybody in the clubhouse, give Ox some claps.
Tell me at what point? Which point? What point could y'all not
You
hear?
had muted yourself way before the break.
Oh man, I'm so sorry, y'all. I apologize, Clubhouse. I know how y'all really enjoy my freestyle.
We appreciate it. We thank you this morning.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
We thank you.
I'm sorry. I know how y'all.
Yeah.
I know, unlike Pastor Tuck and Dunn, how y'all enjoy my freestyles. So I appreciate it.
Everybody in Clubhouse, just give Ak a hand for saving y'all from the freestyle this morning.
Speaking of saving, Pennsylvania has now been saved from old boy. Hey, listen, y'all. Old boy. old boy is again we working on this whole segment, this whole joke about old boy being the official word of black folks when we don't know your name or can't remember you, and we talking about a dude. Oh, old boy. Old boy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, old boy.
Everybody, if you black, you know somebody named old boy. You know old boy in front of the liquor store.
Hey, old boy who girlfriend got the peg leg. That old boy.
Yeah.
Anybody's
old boy
name.
be selling the tapes out of the car.
Anybody's name that you didn't know that was in the hood, and you didn't happen to know their name, they was old boy.
Old boy.
Mm-hmm.
Old boy from
Be
Pennsylvania.
doing the brake jobs in his backyard.
Oh boy.
Old boy who broke out of jail in Pennsylvania has been captured.
Yes.
And let me tell y'all something. Here's my one little problem. Shout out to the law enforcement agencies who all came together to catch old boy.
Yes.
And let me tell y'all something. They was taking a picture with him after he was caught. Here's the deal, y'all. Here's the deal. Y'all ain't really got no call to be taking no pictures. That dude had y'all on the run for 2 weeks.
Yep.
In the woods, and it was literally hundreds of law enforcement members out there, and dude was sneaking past y'all. Y'all thought y'all had him cornered off, and then y'all find he in the house way over here, and then this is what they find out. This is what they find out. Y'all know I had my watermelon video out a couple weeks ago, close to 500,000 views. Woo. Watch this right here. They said that the reason why he was able to stay on the run because he was eating watermelons from a farm that was nearby. He would go over there, steal the watermelons, eat some watermelon, and that's how he was able to feed himself and stay on the run for so long. So,
wow.
Yeah.
All y'all watermelon haters out there, y'all see? Watermelon will sustain you.
Watermelon got benefits.
Electrolytes.
The Joker
Keep you hydrated.
He stole a van. Joker had a gun. And when they cornered him, he had a rifle, and they ran up on him, and then they and stopped him. You know, the dog ran up on him. One of the canines ran up on him and stopped him from running amok, acting a pure fool. So
wow,
yeah.
See, they try to clown us about watermelon and fried chicken, but we knew. We knew. We was way before. We was before our time.
Yep.
They try to clown us.
I'm trying to tell you. There's some wisdom in that watermelon.
Hey.
Somebody said, Kimberly said that was a beautiful dog that helped catch him. Okay, Kimberly, I'll let you have that. He's a beautiful dog. You know me, how I feel about dogs, y'all know. What?
Hey,
we gotta talk about.
Ain't nobody mad with no police dogs.
I'm not.
Dogs, they doing the job.
Yeah, they are.
Doing the job.
They are.
But I don't like dogs.
Police dog at work.
Yeah, I don't like dogs.
I love a police dog at work. I love a military dog at work.
Okay.
Work.
I'm talking about when you bring them to the crib.
Speaking of dogs, we're gonna talk about this probably Tuesday. A woman in Australia, she married her dog.
No.
Oh God. God.
Yeah, she married her dog.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh,
now
God.
Jaleel is cringing because he don't want me to go there. Jaleel is literally waving me off. Jaleel, are you? I got your mic on. Jaleel. I'm not gonna go to that other part. I promise you, I won't.
This is one of those times where I just need to act as my father's conscience. In the name of everything that is holy, please
There you go.
skip this
Don't
topic
let him
entirely.
go there, right?
We going here Tuesday,
There you
Jaleel.
go.
Oh my God!
Tuesday we gonna talk about it. I'm
I
not gonna
speak
go all the way.
forgiveness over that.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
We said the amnesia anointed.
The amnesia anointed.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go all the way there, but yeah, I told Jaleel something yesterday.
Kimberly Morgan said mute that because it's foolishness.
I told Jaleel something. I gave him my perspective on something yesterday. He was like, "Why, Dad? Why?" I'm saying, hey, facts is facts. Facts is facts. Okay. But anyway, we're not gonna go into this.
Before we go too far,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that topic you was talking about in the beginning segment about this marriage thing.
Yeah.
You ain't do that justice. Me and Pastor Stephanie gonna have to have you and Eunice on seer training this week. We see if we can figure that out in the schedule, man.
You want to dig in?
We
Let's
gotta
dig into
tackle
it.
that.
Let's dig into it.
We gotta dig into that. Talk to your wife. Get that on the schedule. We got to make that happen.
You know, and it's needed because folks really don't understand this selfish concept and this selfish approach to marriage and to relationships that we oftentimes that so many people today, I should say, walking into this with, and it's really it's an epidemic. It really is, and like I said, so many be surprised how many ladies be coming at me in these comments sometimes. I'm like, ladies, I thought y'all would be wrong with your boy on this, but no. So yeah,
no, we need to deal with that in some. I believe we be the tag team for that. We need to deal with that.
Okay,
I got 26 years next Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
26 years next Wednesday.
Yes,
so
sir.
I think that'll be the perfect duo to hit that for next Thursday CS training. See if we can get that on schedule.
Let's make it happen. You know, we got the the Healthy Laughter shoot next week, so we have to probably probably shoot it ahead of time and get on the schedule.
Just let me know. Just let me know if you can carve an hour.
Yes,
we
sir.
can make that happen.
Wow.
Karen Bridges over here on Facebook say, good morning, King. Blessings and peace to all viewers. Thank you, Karen. Good morning to you. Kathy McNeil's on Facebook said, good morning. How you doing? Marion Motley is in the house. That's Rialto, California. Sister Marion, thank you so much for joining us. Danielle Lake is in the building. Good morning. Woo. Good morning, Danielle. And Wayne, Willoughby, and some others are in the building. Good morning, Wayne. Thank y'all so much. Do me a favor, share the room. Let folks know we got a great topic we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
Cletus Kassady, podcast hoster, comedian, radio host. Cletus Kassady will be our special guest. He's backstage. We'll be bringing Cletus up in just a hot minute. Won't be long. I need to do one thing real quick, and then we're going to go to a break, and we're going to come back and bring Cletus in. So, yes. But I got to tell y'all, I got to inform y'all, remind y'all about this right here. Coming up this weekend, September the 16th, Healthy Laughter continues on. Of course, we kicked off with a sold out first Sundays, and then last week we got rained out. Yeah, we got rained all the way out for the Power Walk. Folks are still coming, and we were going to continue, but Unissa called it, and I fully agree with her because it started lightning, and you can deal with rain. But lightning is a whole other beast. So the Power Walk was rained out. But today, coming up this Thursday, I should say. This Saturday, I should say, September 16th, we will be having our Healthy Laughter Festival. DJ Ronnie will be on the 1s and 2s in the parking lot. Prisma Healthcare, Able SC, D Heck, Wellsprings Family Medicine will all be out doing free health screenings. And hold up, family, stop the music. Listen, y'all, legendary NFL Hall of Famer and coach, he came over here and blessed us just this past on Tuesday. Samurai Mike, all right, will be in the house. Coach Mike Singletary will be our special guest. He's literally coming down and supporting Healthy Laughter and coming in for the event, and because he cares about people getting screened. He said something the other day on the show. He said he's the last of 10 siblings. He said he believes that 8 of his siblings could still be living if they had the proper screenings and if they'd known what was going on with their health. So that's a powerful statement. So y'all come on out and get free screenings. There's nobody will ask you for any type of insurance or copay or who's your carrier. Do you have Medicare or Medicaid? Nobody's asking you about any of that. Sit down and fill out this piece of paper so folks can get back in contact with you and get screened. That's for anybody. If you know somebody who may be homeless or may be destitute, they don't have any access to health care, or you have a friend, you got a brother, you got a family member, your husband or wife, someone who does not like to go to the doctor, bring them out here for a free comedy show, as well as some free food and some free fun, and have a good time and get screened. That's what all the sponsors have covered the cost to allow us to do, is to get people screened. So shout out to PNB Promotionals, shout out to Able SC, shout out to SGRX Saves, Woods Automotive Sales, Prisma Healthcare, Be Insured for Life Agency, KRJ Consulting, Jamie and Tamika Isaac Divine, Presley Cares, Mortuary Service, and more. Thank y'all so much. Chris and Brenda Bethel, thank y'all for supporting Healthy Laughter and family. We're going to make sure y'all laugh and have a good time, but we want people to get screened. All right? If you need more information, give us a call, 1-800-280-0094, or log on to healthylaughtercomedy.com. Healthylaughtercomedy.com. When we come back, Cletus Kassady is joining us, family. Me, Donna J, Pastor Lewis Tucker, Cletus, we're talking about it. Are men today lost? That's the real talk conversation we about to have. Don't y'all move. Stay right there. This is the Akintunde Show. Columbia, South Carolina, it's official. Healthy Laughter season has begun. The Healthy Laughter National Stand-Up Comedy Tour comes home to Columbia, South Carolina this September. There'll be comedy showcases, free health screenings, power walk exercise days, plus the beginning of production of our national stand-up comedy television series, Healthy Laughter, laughing your way to a healthier life. To get more information, log on to healthylaughtercomedy.com. That's healthylaughtercomedy.com. And a huge thank you to our sponsors, community partners, and supporters. Wellsprings Family Medicine, Woods Automotive Sales, Be Insured for Life Health Agency, Linked Up Church, P&B Promotionals, Presley Cares Mortuary, KRJ Consulting, SGRX Saves, Chris and Brenda Bethel, Jamie and Tamika Isaac Divine, Able SC.
It's Healthy Laughter Homecoming, Columbia, South Carolina. It's your brother Akintunde. And until showtime, I'ma see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.
Hello, my name is Dr. Damon Daniels with Pathways to Wellness, a division of Wellspring Family Medicine. We're excited to be partnering with the Healthy Laughter comedy series. Our vision at Wellspring Family Medicine is to bring you the most up-to-date, cutting-edge medical tests to help you optimize your health. For instance, we have a pain-free, simple tool that takes 20 minutes to help you understand your heart disease risk. In addition, we'll be offering online courses to help you manage your diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol better. So connect with us on Facebook at Wellspring Family Medicine to take advantage of all the offerings we'll have to help you live a healthier, happier life.
Stop walking in front of the prophet.
All right, y'all. Thursday, September the 14th. And we got a great topic today. We're talking about it. Our men today lost. The topic stems from a Washington Post article from a couple of weeks ago that has really, started a dialogue. And of course, I'm not saying this in a prideful or anyway in a boastful way, but we've had a version of that conversation on this show ourselves, and because it's a real concern. Now, I will say this. We talked about it from the perspective of younger men, but this article asserts that men as a whole are lost. So I'm going to start first by asking my guest to join us. But before I ask him that question, I want him to play this new game, this new segment we're gonna have on the show. Let me stop the music. This is pure foolishness. Pure foolishness. We're gonna be doing this on a consistent basis. And I thought, what person to join us on this? Than Cletus Kassady. He is the host of the Cletus Kassady Show, which streams live right on Facebook. And he is a touring comedian who's actually on the road right now and actually pulled over and gave us some time. My brother, my friend, dude who is hilarious and I am super proud of as a younger comic coming up in this game and really approaching and doing this thing big time. Cletus Kassady, what's up, sir?
What's up, Oz? How you doing, man? Can you hear me?
We can hear you well, sir. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good. It may sound like I'm in the midst of a robbery, but I'm just inside of a Starbucks.
Nice.
I realized they had the best Wi-Fi in the world.
Yes.
If Chick-fil-A had Starbucks Wi-Fi, I would live
there. He said Chick-fil-A had Starbucks Wi-Fi, he would live there. That's hilarious. Yeah.
Tell him just put your bunk in the back.
I don't even need a bunk. If you take two chairs, Pastor Tucker, and you are a man who's you prayed the prayer of Jabez, so your territory has been expanded a bit more. But if you take one chair for your back and one chair for your legs, you got yourself a homemade bed. That's all.
There it is.
You got to give me a bunk in the back.
Here was funny is our production assistant Tristan's over there like, yeah, for like real talk, like he fully co-signed everything you Cletus, I know we got a short window time because you are touring. So listen, I got a question for you. All right, I want you to play this new game we got. It's called Who's That Kid? All right.
Man, all right, Bob Parker.
Did we change the name, Jaleel? Did we change the name? Go ahead. I forgot. Did we change the name? I thought we changed the name. It was still Who's That Kid? Okay, all right.
So Akintunde, before we play this game, I just want you to know the last time I played Who's That Kid? It ended up costing me $800 a month. But go ahead.
Classic
That was
Cletus Kassady.
Whose kid is that? That's what that game was. Whose kid is that?
Whose kid is that? Yo, you find out. You find out who that was. Congratulations on them kids, though. Hey, go ahead, Jaleel. Put that screen up. Cletus, tell me who's this kid? What's the name of the doggone segment? Who's that kid? That's the name of the segment. Thank you, Jaleel. Thank you, son. Thank you for helping your father out. All right, who's that kid? All right. All right. Go ahead, Jaleel. Who's that kid, Cletus? Who's that kid, Cletus? Do you know who?
That's a sharp kid, man. First of all,
I know who that is.
Real picture. that look like Patrick Tucker to me.
No,
don't tell him Pastor Tucker. Don't tell him. Look at him.
I gotta guess when he give up.
Okay. Cletus.
Looking strong.
Who's that kid?
Ain't you, is it, Op?
No, absolutely not. Come on, man. I wasn't that light skinned. I was light skinned at birth like that.
Give me a hint. What industry do they work in? What
Look at the pose on the right, and he's in your industry.
Yeah, he's in your industry. Yeah.
A comedian. Is that Donald Lawrence Hughley?
Go ahead, Pastor Tuck. Tell him who it is.
That's Tony Tone.
There it is. There it is. Tony Tone. Who's that kid? I thought you would have got that.
I don't really know Tony Tone like that. So that's the problem.
Okay. All right.
We worked together enough that I know who he was, and I definitely don't know him biblically.
Okay.
Thank
all right, Cletus failed on the first episode of Who's That Kid. Shout out to Tony Tone, who I pulled his kid pics from his Facebook page. Me and Tony Tone talk about each other.
You saw him flexing even back then.
Oh yeah, still flexing. Put the kid pic up, Jaleel. With Tony always flexing. He always flexes. Yeah.
Akintunde, that is a solid guest minister pose. That pose on the left. that is guest minister while they introduce him when he get ready to come up. When they read his intro, that's how they guest minister.
That's funny. Cletus, let's get into this topic because I know you got a tight window with you. But I really want to know, man, I asked you the other day, I was talking with Cletus on Tuesday, and I said, man, what do you think about this topic? Because, of course, you being a young man, and, Cletus is about 12 years younger than me, 7-8 years younger than me. And so we're still in the same age bracket. But you'd be surprised today how things change and how quickly they change, I should say. What's your thoughts about the question of do you feel as though men overall are lost?
First of all men have GPS, and we don't let women hold a map. So men are never lost. If you know anything about a man is never lost. And Donna, this is no offense to you, but even if a man is lost, he knows exactly where he's going. He just decided to take the long way. Now, when we talk about men today, as far as society standards and things of that nature, I don't think that men are lost, but I think that men are playing in a game where the goalpost is being constantly moved on men. So to try to establish yourself as a man is very difficult because once a young boy learns, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do as a man, it immediately changes. And so we are always put in positions where we don't know exactly what manhood is. When we grasp things that our manhood is called toxic masculinity, and then when whatever move a man makes, it ends up being wrong. I have a joke about this, where I say no matter what a man does, he's never going to get respected for it because he's supposed to do it. They say it about men all the time.
Wow.
When is the last time, Donna, you've ever heard anybody go on a campaign for single fathers? They never talk about single dads. Now, single mamas, they'll give them free meat, free cheese, everything. But if you're a dad taking care of your kids, what they say, you're supposed to take care of your kids.
You're supposed to.
You're a man.
Wow.
If a man comes home and he says, man, I'm tired, I worked 80 hours this week. They're like, you're a man. You're supposed to work 80 hours a week. A week? So no matter what a man does, it is expected of him to do that. So
That's right.
it's very difficult being a man. And now women have decided, and not as a whole, but a lot of women have decided that they're going to step into the roles that have traditionally been men's roles. And if you go in and you try to reassert yourself in your position, they act like you did something wrong. How dare you come in here and tell me that I can't? It's crazy out here, man, for men. So I don't think men are lost. It's just hard finding yourself in a space that's constantly being taken away from you.
Now, let me ask you this, because you mentioned that goalpost, all right, which is a great point to start with, because these are some of the facts that the article states. It says women earn more bachelor degrees than men. I have opinions about that. I'll come back to that. More single men. I really want to get your perspective on this, Cletus. More single men live with their parents than do single women. Okay, men account for 3 out of 4 deaths of despair. So that's suicide, that's alcohol abuse or overdose. Okay, and they talk about that a lot of men today are rudderless, meaning they have no direction. They are going nowhere fast, and oftentimes doing things that are just taking up time and space. What's your focus on any of those things? And I got a lot more, but let's just start with those handful right there, because you mentioned the fact of the goalpost being moved.
So let me tell you what I hate about stats, especially when it comes to men, more specifically when it comes to black men. The statistics are always used in a negative way. They always say that numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie, but they don't always tell the truth, right? So when you start with the fact that more women get bachelor's degrees than men, because you have a lot of men who work in areas that don't require bachelor's degrees. Right. That's like me going out and saying 9 out of 10 barbers are men. Well, 9 out of 10 barbers, it may be the case, but most barbers don't need a degree. When you start going into labor-specific jobs, working in factories, shipyards, and things of that nature, you're going to find that a lot of men go to those areas, make great deals of money doing it, have great lives, do very well doing it. That doesn't require a bachelor's degree. You got a lot of men who start lawn care businesses, firemen, police officers. Those are all jobs that do not require a bachelor's degree. Now, conversely, and when we start talking about traditional roles, traditionally, you see women take on jobs. If you go into the school system, most of your teachers are going to be women. That's just a stat. That's just a fact. Women take up those jobs. Those jobs all require bachelor's degrees. When you start looking at nursing, most of your nurses are going to be women. Those jobs all require bachelor's degrees. So traditionally, a lot of women have gone into careers and jobs because they don't necessarily do physical labor. They usually use their mind more, which will require them to have the bachelor's degree. When we start talking about the last stat, when we talk about men dying of deaths of despair, man, have you been everybody on here other than Donna has been a man. And Donna, if you have, well, then I congratulate you.
I have not. I have not.
all women.
So some of the negative connotations of life, all happen to men, and men have failed. We have failed in finding positive outlets to release some of our stress, our distress. So we haven't been able to go out and say, let's go into counseling, let's go talk, let's have girlfriend meetings. Like, girls go out. Girls' night is a real thing. They go out, they have bottles of mimosas, they drink it up, they talk, they express all their feelings. Men, generally speaking, will hang out with their men, but never really in a therapeutic way. It's very rare that men go out and say, hey, man, let's go out and talk about our feelings. We'll go out, we'll watch the game, and we will be dying the whole time we watching that game. But it's only about that game. They may not reach out to Pastor Tucker and be like, hey, man, my wife is cheating. Because even in a situation where something negative happens to a man, it's usually his fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a man goes to Pastor Tucker and like, man, I think my wife is cheating on you, it makes you look weak. It makes you look strong. Like you can't handle your relationship. So you keep that to yourself. And so men end up finding those situations. So there's more men in prison. There's more men who are in life of crime, who live dangerous jobs. There's more male drug dealers. You know, if you're a female drug dealer, you get a whole series done after you. You know, that's amazing. You've made it. You've made it. You know what I'm saying? So those stats are misleading. I don't think that men are lost. I just think it's very, very difficult to be a man in every aspect of the word, and not taken away from how difficult it is to be a woman, because I hate when we have these trauma competitions. I hate when people have trauma competitions.
Oh, I like that.
Who hurts
so when
more?
Yeah, if you just recently watched, there was a situation in Houston, and they're still trying to figure out the validity of it, where a young lady is saying she got hit in the face with a brick in Houston.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what they did from that situation, rather than to even focus on the man who quote unquote or allegedly hit her in the face with the brick, you know who caught all of the druff? The men who watched.
The men who watched. Yeah. Yeah.
And then it
Yeah.
became an indictment against black men in general. I was
Yeah.
like, well, I didn't hit her with a brick.
Yeah.
That won't, we ain't even caring about him. They ain't put no description out on him. They ain't put no bolo out on him. Nothing. It's only been about black men don't protect black women. And that is a false narrative. That is a false narrative. Way more. 9 out of 10 times you're gonna see black men protect black women. 9 out of 10 times you're gonna see men protect women.
Let me ask you this. Do you have a group of guys, you know, that you feel as though if I need to talk about something that's real uncomfortable, that is maybe at a crisis point, or something that either I'm embarrassed about, or that I feel like it could possibly shame me, do you have a group or a person that you could pick the phone up and call and talk about anything?
I do now at this point in my life, and it's taken me to this advanced age until 40 years old, and then I ended up meeting brothers who are older than myself. Like I feel like I can call you Akintunde. I'm not calling you old, but I am saying you dye your beard every 3 days. Like yourself, my boy Bernard Hines. We can talk. Now my boys who I came up with in the mud the whole time, like all of us grew up in the same project or whatever together.
Yeah.
Man, there's no way we can talk to each other about that. Dog, the way that we would dog each other, if somebody came to us. Now I'm different because I've learned from the other examples that I had.
Yeah.
But we never had examples in the hood. We never had examples of black men who had people to come together and be like, hey man, if you got a problem, come talk to me. This is how we're gonna get it together. This is how we're gonna do. Now, what we will do a lot of times, we'll tell you how to do wrong. Man, shoot.
Yeah.
My homeboys will tell you a better way to cheat. They won't tell you a better way to be a good husband. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. So anybody come like, hey, bro, man, look here, cuz, man, right now, bro, man, I'm stressed out, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I don't know what I'm doing, man. You know, I feel real stressed right now, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, for real, bro. Like, I want to do something, bro.
I get
Cletus.
that a lot.
Yep.
I get that a lot because I think I've shown myself to be the person in my friend circle who is the quote unquote the Olivia Pope. I'm the fixer. I'm the more solid guy. Like I can come in and I can solve stuff. So I think there is an onus on us to be and show yourself in that group.
Yeah.
That you can be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never been married. My married friends come to me all the time. Like, hey man, this was going on in my marriage, man. Hey, what do you think?
Oh,
I'm
no,
like,
they calling you Cletus? Oh, Jesus. No.
Yeah. Right, that part.
No.
Cletus like, go in the backyard and grab a brick, bro.
Get a brick.
I said, they're not gonna blame you. They're gonna blame everybody that watch. But
Yeah.
but I tell people all the time, and you know, my advice always on marriage is you got two choices in life. You can either be married or you can be happy. And so,
Wow.
and I think I actually proved that point earlier. When he was like,
this is what I'm
married is
talking
not
about.
about you being happy. He said that.
That is not what I meant. I meant oftentimes.
I struggled with that too. Like, well, you're not supposed to be happy. You're married.
No.
And, but I know what they were saying.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
Yes.
Very happy.
Absolute happiness.
Yeah.
No, it's funny though, but you know what Cletus said is absolutely true. Mm-hmm. And one thing I think that most men never recognize, and I think this is something that I've been teaching for a while. Every man needs three men in his life. He needs a Paul, a Barnabas, and a Timothy.
Yeah.
You know, he needs a Paul. He needs somebody pouring into him.
Yeah.
You need a Barnabas, somebody to keep him accountable.
Yeah.
And he needs a Timothy, somebody to pour into. If you don't have anybody pouring into you, you're not growing. If you don't need anybody keeping you accountable, then you become corrupt. You go unchecked.
Yeah.
And if you don't have anybody you pouring into you, then you become selfish. So in order for us to remain balanced, we got to have those relationships in your life.
Yeah.
And it's very important to develop, like I said, that kind of circle, because you got, as a man, you got to have somebody you can go and talk to that you don't feel like you have to impress.
Yeah.
That you don't have to feel like that's going to look down on you. So you always got to have that Barnabas is a very important relationship. You got to have somebody on your level that like you said, that you can come and be straight with, be clean with. And you don't have to, because as a Timothy looking up to a Paul, you're not going to tell him everything, because you're going to be ashamed if he sees you in a certain light.
Yeah.
You know, and as a Paul looking, like I said, down to a Timothy, you're not going to tell him everything, because you want him to be impressed by you.
Yeah.
So you're going to always try to keep certain things from him. So that's why you got to have all three of those levels of relationships, and that's why you're that guy in your circles that they come to you, but you can't go to them. But you got to have people you can go to.
Yeah.
And that's why you got guys like Bernard, like I said, that on your level that you can actually go to. And so that's why they've got to have that 3-tier relationship in order for men to be healthy.
Can I add one more?
Go ahead real quick. I know Cletus got a heart out.
Peter.
Yeah.
You need a Peter.
Yeah.
You need a Peter. You got to have somebody who got your back. You need a Peter. You need a
gotta
Peter.
have somebody to cut somebody for you.
That's right. Cut somebody out. Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, Donna, because I wasn't going to say that. You know, we're in a different time. I can't be out here saying that I need a Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Classic Cletus Kassady. Cletus, I want to say this to you publicly, man. You had a health incident early this year that you turned around, and particularly since we're going into healthy laughter real quick, I know you got a heart out, but if you could give me just kind of let everybody know, kind of 30 seconds what happened, what you did, and how you did that, because I think it would do men good to hear how you turned around something that could have been very negative.
Yeah, man. So I had a congestive heart failure in February 17th this year, coming right off of Valentine's Day, which once again proves that Valentine's Day is evil. And so never trust anything with the initials VD.
Oh my God! Hold on, he got to get one. Hold on. Oh my God! Continue on, Cletus. I know you got a heart out, but go ahead.
So what I've done since then, that was February 17th. We're now in September, so I guess it's about 6-7 months ago. I've dropped about 20 pounds, a couple of clothing sizes.
Praise God.
And I just had to make the right decisions, man. So my blood pressure was through the roof at that point in time, man. When I went into the hospital that day, my blood pressure was at 180 over. Matter of fact, when they let me out, my blood pressure was at 180 over 110.
Good luck.
That's when they released me from the hospital.
Wow.
So I had to get off of some of the things that I had going through as a man. I was like, man, I ain't taking nobody's medicine. But now, man, every 9 o'clock in the morning, man, I'm popping that Bayer aspirin, and Troparol, and all. I got 4 medications that I take. So I did that, but I also had to be really conscious about what I was eating and how I was living. And when you have a near-death experience, like I thought I was out of here. Like I felt like I was gone.
Wow.
While I was waiting on the ambulance to get there. And I could see my kids. I could see all the things that I hadn't done. I could see the wife that I might have 10 to 12 years from now. But more or less my kids. And so it really helped me focus on what was important. Is it more important for me to go ahead and eat healthy, eat more leafy vegetables, eat more greens? Yes, it is. Like every now and when I see a succulent pork chop, I'm like, man, do I want this pork chop, or do I want to be able to see my daughter have kids? Do I want this pork chop, or do I want to be able to see my son graduate from college? You know what I'm saying? So I had to start mortgaging some of those things to just realize some of the things that I needed to do. And I had to leverage even my age and my activity. Like I still wanted to play basketball, but then I realized that these are the same needs I've had for the last 40 years. So they're not playing with me the same way. So now I play pickleball a lot. You know?
Okay. Nice.
I'm a huge pickleball fan.
That's the game.
I've been in leagues. I play all the time.
Everybody's talking about pickleball now.
Yes, it is great.
Yeah.
Pickleball is old folks tennis.
It's tennis for the unathletic. It is tennis for the unathletic.
Wow. Well, bro, man, congratulations, man. Congratulations.
But I go to the doctor now. I'm at that point, man. Like I'm almost like old people. Like I look at my schedule, man, and it's all doctor's appointments. But
Wow.
Before I didn't want to go to the doctor, but now I realize there's no shame in going to the doctor and letting them put you on the right track. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with them going to tell you this is what's going on with you.
Yeah.
And you can get back right. Like we have this fear of hearing what the doctor's going to say.
Yeah.
But all of it's not bad news. If they tell you, listen, this is what your cholesterol is, this is what your blood pressure is, this is what your A1C is. Go, let them tell you, and you can bring it back down. You can still be a man fixing what you got. We will fix our cars before we fix our bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jesus, my God, Cletus.
Say that.
Yeah.
Ooh, you dropping bombs, boy. Bro, man, we gotta have you back on and talk about that more in detail, get you on more things. I know you got a hard out, but man, I thank you for your time today. He's on tour right now.
Much, man.
Hey man, listen, tell everybody how they can get in touch with you, what you got going on, and how they can watch your show.
Tonight, man, I'm at the Hartford, Connecticut Funny Bone. So if you're in Hartford, Connecticut by chance, just slide through, man. I'll be there. You can watch me on Facebook or YouTube every morning at 7:15-ish. I'm working on my... Y'all be ready at 7:15. At some point, I'll come on as well. I have a show called See You in the Morning. I do that every morning, Monday through Friday,
I love that.
man. And it's just me talking about whatever going on in my life. Just giving way too much information. But we actually have some great talks. I have therapists come on. I have pastors come on. That's been great. Every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m., I have a show called Second Gear, which is my version of First Take. I had just 4 regular guys talking about sports. So we get in there, we talk about sports. Sometimes we bring in a woman just so that I don't get sued. But that's been great as well. But you can find me on all forms of social media at Cletus Comedy, Cletus. If I got to spell comedy, I don't want you to follow me.
Cletus Kassady, y'all, comedian, father, and healthy brother, and soon to be husband. Yeah, Miss Kassady coming. I see you, Cletus. I see you.
Look at him getting his diesel on.
Show the guns off. She got the gun show. It's the gun show.
I'm in here, but you know, they there.
Hey, they there. I see you. Have you remade your Thanksgiving song? Have you did a remix of the Thanksgiving song now?
The healthy version.
Not, man. It's so funny because I got a show coming up with Donnie McClurkin. And I'm on the edge on whether I sing, because you know Donnie McClurkin is churchy. Like Donnie McClurkin, he loves Jesus, like for real. He's trying to get a house close to that castle, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it with him. I still got my cool song.
Y'all point your hands to the screen or point your hands to the radio, your phone, wherever you listen at, and pray for Cletus, y'all. Hey man, we love you, bro. Thank you for stopping in and adding value.
Y'all great meeting.
And
you right in Virginia, and you don't invite me to your church anymore. So,
hey man, I'm totally virtual. I gotta get you on now. You know we got our own streaming network now.
There it is.
Y'all, man, let me know.
Y'all get make sure y'all contact, like my grandma always said, get the phone number. Hey, we gotta get up out. We'll be right back. Don't y'all move. We continue this conversation, y'all. This is the Akintunde show. That's Cletus Kassady. That's Pastor Tuck. I'm Ak, and that's Donna J. Let's get it, y'all.
Columbia, South Carolina, it's official. Healthy Laughter season has begun. The Healthy Laughter National Stand-Up Comedy Tour comes home to Columbia, South Carolina this September. There'll be comedy showcases, free health screenings, power walk exercise days, plus the beginning of production of our national stand-up comedy television series, Healthy Laughter, laughing your way to a healthier life. To get more information, log on to healthylaughtercomedy.com. That's healthylaughtercomedy.com. And a huge thank you to our sponsors, community partners, and supporters. Wellsprings Family Medicine, Woods Automotive Sales, Be Insured for Life Health Agency, Linked Up Church, P&B Promotionals, Presley Cares Mortuary, KRJ Consulting, SGRX Saves, Chris and Brenda Bethel, Jamie and Tamika Isaac Divine, Able SC. It's Healthy Laughter Homecoming, Columbia, South Carolina. It's your brother Akintunde. And until showtime, I'ma see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.
Hello, my name is Dr. Damon Daniels with Pathways to Wellness, a division of Wellspring Family Medicine. We're excited to be partnering with the Healthy Laughter comedy series. Our vision at Wellspring Family Medicine is to bring you the most up-to-date, cutting-edge medical tests to help you optimize your health. For instance, we have a pain-free, simple tool that takes 20 minutes to help you understand your heart disease risk. In addition, we'll be offering online courses to help you manage your diabetes, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol better. So connect with us on Facebook at Wellspring Family Medicine to take advantage of all the offerings we'll have to help you live a healthier, happier life.
Check out my website, JaleelMakes.com. We got logos, flyers, video editing, and other stuff too. Also, if you want to make your stream look professional, check out JaleelMakes.com. I have a brand new package for streamers from YouTube to Twitch, Facebook, and so on. If you need overlays, bumpers, intros and outros, thumbnail and logo design, and banner for your Facebook page or your Twitch page, all for a reasonable amount, I assure you, at least I think is reasonable. Anywho, go to my website, JaleelMakes.com. JaleelMakes.com. If it's on that website, I can make it. So check it out. Check it out.
Stop walking in front of the prophet. Stop walking in front of the prophet.
All right, y'all. Just tuning in, you missed Cletus Kassady, our special guest today, comedian, radio host, podcast hoster, Cletus Kassady. Coming up this weekend, September 16th, right in front of our studios, WF Media Group Studios, you will see tents, you'll see a stage, you'll see a DJ booth, and you'll see myself and a bunch of people, a whole lot of people. Healthy Laughter will be in full effect. There'll be some free healthy food tasting opportunities out there. I might even get on the grill myself. I've been thinking about it. Get on the grill myself. Yeah. And we have a good time on coming up Saturday. Make sure y'all in the house. 1 to 5 is the festival. So you hear the music and you'll see the people. And then at 6, comedy showcase featuring a hilarious comedy lineup of comedians, all leading up to next week, our live filming of the Healthy Laughter television series. My God, lots to do. Shout out to Damon Daniels and Wellsprings Family Medicine. Shout out to Prisma Healthcare. Shout out to Able SC and DHEC, who will be conducting our health screenings. Let somebody know, and it's all free, all designed to help people get screened. So to get more information, log on to healthylaughtercomedy.com or give us a call at 1-800-280-0094. Let's get back into the topic for today. Our men lost, and we're going to dig into this for the next several minutes here. We're about to go in on it. And
can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
DHEC is the acronym?
Yes, it is.
I'm sorry. I won't.
Yeah. Pastor Tucker, you're not going to bother my sponsors, Pastor Tucker.
No. I'm just saying, when you said it, I was like, immediately all I could hear was, what in DHEC?
Do not encourage him, Jaleel.
It's such a simple and effective joke. It's right there.
It was right there, Jaleel. I was like, what the heck?
Y'all know rules. You cannot crack on wives and you cannot crack on sponsors.
We not cracking on the sponsors. I was just telling you this. That's why I was like, what does DHEC stand for? Please tell us. Please tell us more.
That's hilarious. DHEC will be in the house.
What does it stand for?
Screenings. It stands for health and screenings. Yeah, that's what it stands for. What the heck is the fat sucker doing?
Oh, that's funny.
I would imagine they're the Department of Health or something.
Yeah. Yes. Well, DHEC is such a community stalwart that you just know when you hear DHEC, you know they do.
I'm not from Columbia, so I figured that would be like Department of Health or something in Columbia.
Environmental. Health and environmental something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I figured that, but I mean, it just to a non-Colombian, it just
Yeah.
The Department of Health and Environmental Control.
Okay.
Okay. That makes sense. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Donna.
The comments of views of Pastor Louis Tucker did not directly reflect
Hey, I'm curious, man. Hey, I'm just telling you what people want to know.
His parent company,
they want to know what NDA.
Its agency, the assignment agency. No, their sponsors.
The heck? Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, so that's Saturday. Pastor Tucker will be out there. He'll be out there as well. No, he won't. But no. All right, so this topic, that Washington Post article. I'm trying to get this sister's name. Hold on. Washington Post, are men laws. Hold on, let's find it. Yeah, I want to get this lady's name right. She actually wrote this article. And you had they said they had to cut off the comments, 10,500 comments, and they had to cut them off. And a lot of times when that happens, people get a little testy, and folks may have a problem with the fact that a woman actually wrote the article. I don't. I think you're intelligent. You have a viewpoint. You can see certain things. She's I don't know if she's dating. I don't know if she's married or what, but she's living life and she's observing. So again, this is it's an opinion piece on the Washington Post. You can't watch it without subscribing. And it said men are lost. Here's a map out of the wilderness. That's the actual article.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's got some good stuff in it. And in a little bit, I want to go to Jaleel's thoughts about the article because he read it and he has some quite a bit to say about it. I'm gonna come to Jaleel in just a little bit, but I want to know, in your opinion, personally. Don and Pastor Tuck, I asked Cletus this, and I'm asking y'all on Facebook, and I'm asking y'all on Clubhouse and on YouTube. What's your opinions? Do you believe that men are lost, or either in part or as a whole? I want to be clear about what the article did not do. It did not categorize it to men in their 20s or men in their 30s. It didn't say any racial group. It didn't say any geographical location. The article asserts that men are lost. What's your thoughts about that, Don and Pastor? Whoever wants to go first.
Wow. Okay. So
I'll lay down and go.
Oh, thank you, Pastor Chuck. You're such a gentleman and a scholar. But I think that I think Cletus was saying this earlier. The goalposts keep moving. For men, because I was looking at something that says, this little article said, what does it mean to be a man? Now, okay, so this is I'm gonna let y'all figure out the word, but it says being open to learning, being open to being wrong.
Say, I'll let y'all figure out. Y'all know
being open to others and being able to embrace all others. What?
Yeah, that sounds like a whole lot of feminism right there.
There you go.
Wow.
But I don't even think I didn't even think it was feminist. I just think that it was just,
Wow.
So
that sounds like what somebody else wants a man to be.
Yes, and I think
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And they just keep moving the goalposts and saying this is what a man is over here. This is what a man. No, okay. So this is what we want a man to be this week, and this is what we want the man to be today.
Right.
This is what we want the man to be in 10 years.
Right.
So yet they keep moving the goalposts. So if a man comes out and he's strong and he's confident in who he is, he's living a Christian life or living a life and just doing what he thinks is the right thing to do according to the word, because that's what we want to go by, according to the word. Then he's in a lot of ways he's wrong, in society's eyes, because society, to me, and I'm going to say for the black man, they don't want the black man to know his true identity. So they keep moving the goalposts, and unfortunately, it moves the goalposts for all men, not just black men.
Interesting point. I'm gonna read a little bit of the article in a little bit. Pastor Tuck, go ahead.
I agree with Donna and Cletus from the standpoint of society moving the goalposts. But when you ask the question, are men lost? First of all, for you to say all men are lost, then that's already an overstatement, because I can see where people can say generationally that it's getting worse, or that there are certain segments of the population that you're seeing arise in this sense of loss. But to say all men are lost, that's crazy. And the reason for the loss is exactly what Donna just said. It's because you're trying to define manhood. You can't, and I've always said, I told people this all the time, you can't define something that you didn't create. And it's the same issue with marriage and everything else.
Yeah.
And that's where the entire loss comes from. That's from that perspective, mankind is lost. And we've got to recognize that, because, if we look at it from the simple perspective that God created everything.
Yeah.
God has a plan and a design for everything. And so as society, we're walking around trying to redefine and recreate how we think things should go. And what do we say? What do we say before you get saved? I once was lost.
Now I'm found.
But now I'm found.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, if we're not walking away according to what God has defined, we're lost. And so if you want to look at it from that perspective, everybody lost. It ain't just men. You got women that are lost. Society is lost. People are lost because you're not following the path that he gave us. But if you want to get into are we lost from that perspective, what does God say manhood is? And if I go back to the book and find that place, I got all the directions in the world, so there's nothing lost about me. Yeah, but like Donna says, society will say that I'm lost because it's not according to what they've defined.
Well, the problem is that we're not, as a culture, as a society, the Bible is not the deciding factor, the ultimate world point of view today. We have strayed so much away from that, and people who bring that up, they're like, oh, there you go, that Bible stuff, or they call you religious, or they try to say in some way that you are insensitive or out of step. And at the end of the day, I think that's a big part of the reason why the concept or whatever the thought or perspective of what manhood is off, because we've lost that. We've moved away from the actual very thing that made us strong as a society and as a culture. Yeah.
So the question is, are men lost or is the world lost? Because if that's the case, if the Bible is not the foundation for society and God created society, then society's lost. Man ain't lost.
Right.
I want to read a little bit of the article again. Again, whether you agree with the article or not, it's well written. It asks some good questions, and it's written by a sister named Christine Ember, a young African American sister, black lady, and she starts off. She coming up hard in the article, very detailed. Like I said, it's an opinion piece. It's an opinion piece. So when you read it, take it from that perspective. All right, it's not like it's a case study or a paper. Although I'm sure she did her research. She said, I started noticing it a few years ago. Men, especially young men, were getting weird. It might have been the incels who first caught my attention. I don't know what an incel is. Spewing self-pitying venom online, sometimes venturing out to attack the women they believe had done them wrong. It might have been the complaints from the women around me. Men are in their flop era. Okay. One lamented, sick of trying to date in a pool that seems shallower than it should be. It might have been the new ways companies were trying to reach men. The average hoodie made these days is weak, flimsy, growled a YouTuber for a tactical hoodie. You're not a child. You're a man. So stop wearing so many layers when you go outside. This is a woman saying this. This is funny. Once my curiosity was piqued, I could see a bit of curdling in some of the men around me too. They struggled to relate to women. They didn't have enough friends. They lacked long-term goals. Some guys, including ones I once knew, just quietly disappeared. Subsumed into video games and porn, or sucked into the alt-right and the web of misogynistic communities known as the manosphere.
Wow.
I thought that was an interesting thought and perspective there. Let me address something there. In my opinion, I'm probably jumping a little bit ahead of the conversation, but I believe that some of those outlets have made men today weaker. We've had this conversation before, but porn is a big issue today, because before, to get your sexual gratification, okay, if I could be very graphic for a minute, you can always masturbate. Okay. Now you can. So that ain't nothing new. And men been masturbating since the dawn of time. Okay. I always wonder what was Adam doing that made God said this boy need a wife. I always wondered about that. What was Adam doing? God said, hey, Adam, stop that.
Wow.
This boy need a woman. That's always been a thought about it. But porn, I want you to come right back to that point, Pastor. But porn has given something, particularly today, the depth of porn that they have today. The porn has given men something that they used to have to get from a woman. And because of that, some of the things you used to have to do to get a woman, you don't have to do no more. Because you had to get a job, you had to get cleaned up, you had to learn how to dress to pull the woman that you want. You had to compete with other men. You had to know how to talk. You had to have confidence. You had to have some level of game. When I say game, I mean some confidence to walk across the room and say, "Hey, can I have this dance or whatever?" We talked about that before. But some of that can easily be gotten today by saying, you know what, I'm just gonna watch this porn video. I'm gonna log on to Pornhub and get into it. And then watch this right here, ladies. Today, I've been saying this for years. Ladies, y'all messing the game up. Because y'all give the goodies away so doggone easy and brag about it and talk about it. These dudes ain't got to work.
Standards.
You're lowering your standards so low that you're easy access, so dudes don't have to work. So it's like, well, I ain't got to get cleaned up. I ain't got to. Nah, you ain't got to work. Not women are saying he ain't got to have no job. Oh, he got to be able to do this or do that. Yada yada yada. Bam bam.
I want to get mine. That's it, and I ain't worried about it. I'm just getting mine. But incels, I wanted to tell you what it's involuntary celibates.
Oh,
so
involuntary celibacy.
It's a subculture.
Oh, wow. Jesus!
I never heard of that.
It's a subculture, and it says it's based around the inability to get have a romantic or a sexual relationship.
They got a term for that now.
It's a subculture.
So you're not celibate by choice,
right?
Wow,
right. And they get and they're supposed to be.
I know I'm wrong for laughing at that.
They're supposed to be angry.
These are I'm wrong for laughing
people. These are angry people.
And I know I'm wrong for laughing at that. I know somebody gonna get upset with me, but I just don't understand this, man. I'm sorry,
man. This is ridiculous. But you know, it's so fun. It's what's actually so funny about all that. It's like, you know, you were just talking about, you know, porn for that, but like you said. It's the fact that they lower their standards. And I know this is the old man coming out. I remember growing up watching the generation above us, my brother's 8 years older than me. My brother and them would starch everything.
Oh, yeah.
My brother would do, I don't care how many cans of starch.
Yes.
My brother would put his jeans in the dry cleaner.
Me too, sir.
Heavy starch.
Yes.
And that they went from that, you know, to our generation. We were hip hop. But our stuff, everything had to be matching, clean. Your kicks had to be matching. Your fat laces had to be right.
Yeah.
Your flavored leaves had to be the right color to match your polos or whatever you were rocking. You know, everything was right. To the generation about 3-4 years behind us, because I remember going to college and coming back home, and I was hanging out with my cousin one day, and I saw this dude walking down the street. And this is like my freshman, sophomore year of college. And I see this young dude walking down the street, maybe about 15, 16 years old. And he had on an Army field jacket, camouflage, had like a scully on and some goggles. And you could see like his head was nappy. And I'm looking at him like, it looked like he just crawled out the bed. And I'm wondering, is he mentally challenged?
Yeah.
And I like my cousin. I said, man, what's wrong with old boy?
Oh boy.
I'm like, what's wrong with old boy? And he was like, oh man, that's their style now. I'm like, when did that become a style? Where have I been?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm thinking, girls are going for this? And this is where we are now.
Yeah.
Where, like I said, dude don't get no haircut. His hair just is, as my dad used to say, nappier than the sheep's behind. And that's and they go for that. And I'm like, bruh, how do you do that? I be watching the NBA sometimes, and I be looking at these guys' heads, and I'm like, dude.
Oh
yeah. Don't get me started on that.
But you said the operative word. You said girls are going for that.
Yes,
Donna. Donna, it's some grown women out here. It's some trifling grown women out here. Let these jokers get away with a bunch of stuff though.
They might. They still.
But it's like,
girls.
but this has become culture.
Okay.
And this has become okay.
Okay, Jaleel, come on in. Jaleel's not on camera, of course, y'all. You unmuted, Jaleel. Go ahead.
I had some other stuff to say, but I'm gonna wait. Until the conversation opens up a bit more. But I just want to say to that incel thing, I that's not a good community to be a part of. Not only that, I also incels, like, no offense to them, but they gotta get out of there. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but that is such a mental trap, in my opinion. That is such a mental and emotional trap.
Mm-hmm.
You become this bitter, resentful person.
Yes.
And nobody likes them. And to be honest, they have good reason not to, but it's like, you don't have to be this. You could just simply, go in a different direction, but instead you decide to become entitled. And when you become entitled and you don't get what you want, you get your feelings hurt.
Yeah.
And then you just deem that, I'm a good guy, but I'm not getting what I deserve. Then I must not, I don't really know the ins and out of it, so I'm not going to speak on it like I know it. But all I know is that it is I know people don't like this word, but being an incel, that mindset is very toxic and unhealthy for men specifically. It is not okay. And if you consider yourself one, it's not good.
That's proper usage of that terminology, Jaleel. Yes. For once, that's actually where that term actually should be used. That's toxic masculinity. That is the proper
toxic masculinity
usage. Yes, that's the proper usage of that term.
But and it feeds and bleeds over into these other categories, like she mentioned in the article. And this is something I've long thought. These guys who walking into these public places and shooting everybody. It's like, where are you sitting long enough to get to a point mentally that you think this behavior is okay for you to go and kill? It's not just racism. It's not just a hate of a certain particular group, or even being in despair or feeling like that all is lost. You got to really get to a deep, dark place over a long period of time to get to that. Like, and here's another epidemic. There's an epidemic of men killing their girlfriends and their wives. Like, I'm seeing more and more young, even here in Colombia. I know of 3 in the last year right here in Colombia of young men in their 20s and 30s killing their girlfriends or their wives or baby mama or what have you. It's like, how is that your end game? And then killing themselves many. So there's a lot. But we got to take a break. But when we come back, we're gonna continue this conversation. And I really want to get into, excuse me for laughing about the terminology incels. I apologize if I came across as insensitive, but I don't get it. I mean, y'all don't get yourself a term? We're incels. We're the incels out here.
No, I don't think they gave themselves that term. I think that's the term everybody else gave them.
They identify as that too. They do.
Wow.
They claim that. They claim it. They claim it. They claim it. They believe that. They believe that
that's
about themselves.
Ignorant.
It's bad.
That is ignorant.
It's really bad.
That is ignorant.
See, and I think
the level of ignorance of that, the fact that you would tell somebody that.
You self-identifying as that.
Self-identifying.
But the fact that you would tell somebody that I'm not having it because I can't get it.
Incels, baby.
It's like,
incels, mount up, son. We out here.
Exactly.
We out here.
Yeah. Don't nobody want me. Wow. Just put that on your t-shirt.
Wow. What the ham is going on?
Or you could just, not say nobody wants me and get over the hurt and work through your issues and come around to the fact that you don't know women owe you nothing just because you do what's expected, which is being good. You are owed nothing for being a good man.
Say that, Jaleel. Yeah. Say that again.
Yeah.
You are owed nothing for being a good man. So get that entitlement spirit out of you. Get over it. That woman owes you nothing.
Ooh.
Especially her body.
Can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you who fault it is. It's your boy Barney. You said it in the
Hey, this is what
everybody special.
Let me tell you something. I talked to Pastor Tucker. I was talking to Pastor Tucker late last night, and this is what happened when Pastor Tucker don't get enough sleep. He been up too late.
You
Go to break. Go to break. Go to break now. This is not the Tuesday show. Go to break.
Columbia, South Carolina, it's official. Healthy Laughter season has begun. The Healthy Laughter National Stand-Up Comedy Tour comes home to Columbia, South Carolina this September. There'll be comedy showcases, free health screenings, power walk exercise days, plus the beginning of production of our national stand-up comedy television series, Healthy Laughter, laughing your way to a healthier life. To get more information, log on to healthylaughtercomedy.com. That's healthylaughtercomedy.com. And a huge thank you to our sponsors, community partners, and supporters.
Wellsprings Family Medicine, Woods Automotive Sales, Be Insured for Life Health Agency, Linked Up Church, P&B Promotionals, Presley Cares Mortuary, KRJ Consulting, SGRX Saves, Chris and Brenda Bethel, Jamie and Tamika Isaac Divine, Able SC.
It's Healthy Laughter Homecoming, Columbia, South Carolina. It's your brother Akintunde. And until showtime, I'ma see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.
At my church, we help people get better by teaching them how the word works. And we want to make sure there is no excuse not to get the word. It's our goal to make all of our ministries accessible on every smartphone, tablet, PC, and television connected to the internet. So whether you're a man who needs some wisdom, a woman who needs some encouragement, or a couple who needs guidance, the My Church channel has just what you need. Simply search for the My Church channel on Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV, or visit mychurchchannel.org. You can also download the My Church on the Go app from Apple or Google Play App Store. Constantly on the move? Check out the Word at My Church podcast on your favorite podcast platform. Or simply download the Word at My Church skill on your Alexa-enabled device. But whatever you do, make sure to stay connected. See you soon.
Church.
Stop walking in front of the prophet. Stop walking in front of the prophet.
My church. My church.
Don't say that when Pastor to roll up on you.
They knew the inside joke on that. That's a hilarious story. Y'all, listen, we talk about today. Akintunde Show brought to you by Healthy Laughter, Wellsprings Family Medicine, Dr. Damon Daniels, coming up this Saturday, September 16th. Make sure y'all are in the house. Make sure y'all are outside too, right over there. And right back there, there'll be a Healthy Talk panel discussion. I'll tell you about who will be on that panel in just a little bit. I want to jump right back into this conversation. I think we're getting somewhere, and this is good talk. And I want to be clear because over on Facebook, Sister Marion posted something I want to make sure that I'm clear about, and I appreciate you saying it. Say involuntary celibate may be people who are unmarried and don't want to fornicate. I agree. Let me be clear. By no means am I saying that if you're not having sex as a man because you're not married, that's a bad thing. By no means am I saying it. No.
That is not the same thing, Sister Mary.
Yeah, I don't consider that to be involuntary.
When they call it involuntary celibate, they mean they celibate because they don't have a choice, because ain't nobody allowing them not to be celibate, and nobody's participating with them, and
they're not concerned about their spirituality or their faith walk or Christ. They like, I want some, but I ain't getting none because nobody won't give me none.
And they mad, like Jaleel said, because they feel like I'm a nice guy, you know, I'm a decent guy, I got a good job. They're that segment of the population that they think they should be a catch. Right. They should be somebody that somebody should like, but evidently they got a personality flaw or something's wrong with them that people are not attracted to.
Right.
And they don't want to fix that. They just think that they should because they've got these things. They almost have that Kevin Samuels thing where they feel like they've checked these boxes.
Yeah.
So they should be entitled because they've met these criteria.
And let me jump in there real quick. And y'all, we got a hard out today because I got an interview I have to do for public radio to talk about healthy laughter. So we will be stopping abruptly in a little bit. But so don't forgive me for that, y'all. But I gotta say this entitlement mindset is on steroids.
It is.
And let me just talk, I'm not talking about women right now. I'm talking about men. A lot of you dudes feel as though somebody owe you something. And just because you grew up in a house or home where maybe your parents did a lot of things for you, that I'm telling you, and I'm telling you, you make these men weak when you give them everything as kids. When you going hard for them in the paint, but you're not holding them to a hard level of accountability. But these dudes out here in the world thinking that a woman owes you something because you're a man and because you're a quote unquote good person. Well, what is that? If you got the mindset that somebody owe you something because you're a man, you're not a good person, or you're not operating or acting like one. And I see so many guys, I've said it so many times. I've seen brothers, I'm talking about young men, capable. Clearly this is an intelligent brother, good looking guy, walking around looking like he don't care about nothing. And I'm like, dude, you got the full package. You got a head full of hair. You in shape. Man, get a haircut, bruh. Go to a barbershop and let somebody give you a good haircut. You got a face full of hair. Trim it up, neaten it up. Okay? Take that doggone hoodie off in the middle of the doggone summertime and put on you some clothes, put on you some pants. So if you got on shorts, make sure they're not too tight. Make sure they look right. Put you some shoes on and get out them doggone flip-flops, and then learn how to confidently approach somebody either online or in person in the proper place, perspective, and with the proper attitude. And if she say no, say thank you and move on. Don't say nothing. Don't cuss out. Don't go on social media and dog her. Don't do none of the other weak stuff that we're doing. The fact that you feel is that somebody owes you something just because you have a penis is the very, very definition of entitlement.
Yes.
And trust me, if you got half a game today, somebody wants you. It's too easy out here. It is too easy. It's too easy.
Trash on the side of the road.
Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Because particularly you got all these fixer-upper women out here. Women out here is picking up men like doggone rehab property. They're like, I can refurb him.
I can flip. I can flip that.
I can flip that. I can flip that dude. Girl, I work him. I turn him around.
Yeah, he's an investment property.
Yep, that is true. Because you're
gonna lose all your money in that one, player. there's no potential on that one.
Yep.
This is a very, we talk about this. I'm being humorous. This is layered. Jaleel, come on back.
Very.
I want to play a video too.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay, so let's play the video first.
Give me just a moment.
All right.
Oh, I got it. Never mind.
All right.
I got it.
You got it? All right. So
not be a Barney video.
Huh?
Better not be a Barney video.
Pastor Tucker is talking about a video that I posted this morning. A video I posted this morning. I don't know. Maybe if we have time, then I'll squeeze it in. But I'll talk about Barney. And y'all know Barney was that dude back in the day for his parents back in the day. Barney was safe. So I'll see if I can squeeze it at the end. And Jaleel, Big Daddy, was one of the big.
I hate it here.
He was the biggest Barney fan that I know. That knew back then, and he was definitely out of all of our children. Deja probably was right behind. Would you say Deja was right behind you a second?
I mean, me, Kwani, and Deja all watched that tape a lot back in the day. That was like, we didn't have cable a lot.
Barney owned a skyscraper in Texas.
Ain't no way.
What? Barney had a skyscraper.
Owned a skyscraper in Texas.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I don't have the time. We're gonna go. That's a rabbit hole. I'm gonna try to play the video.
But let me tell you real quick. No. I went to a software training as an engineer in Dallas years ago, right in Plano, not too far from where Jason lives. Jesus. And it was a skyscraper, and I'm talking it's probably like 20 some stories. And the building had US data on the outside. So you're thinking it's the software company's building.
Wow.
Barney owned the entire building and only occupied the top floor.
What?
They rented that building from Barney.
Wow.
This is bizarre.
Wow. No, Barney was doing good business.
Yes.
Barney was doing good business.
I did not believe it, but I did not believe it until I saw it. I went up to the top floor and got autographed pictures of Barney for my niece and nephew.
Wow. 15 years. 15 years Barney was on top.
Hey.
All right, let's play that clip, and let's play the clip of this lady. And I'll see if I can swing back to the end and play that video. If not, it's on my Facebook, it's on my Instagram. But so this lady says something here. All right, and I think it bears. It's something that we've said here. But to hear her say this and articulate it in such clear terms, I thought was interesting. Go ahead, Julia.
Wash the dishes. Now you gotta clean. It was like a form of punishment to where the boys are being bred to be lazy because she desires the love of a man, or she might not have her father in her life. So there's an attraction with what she didn't get with the masculine energy in her young life. She actually is pulling on that or allowing lackadaisicalness to be bred in her son to kind of like give him a pass, not thinking that what the video said is he's going to be someone's husband. And so we have to be raising these boys for our young girls, our young nieces, our young cousins, not raising them for us. Like he said, they don't belong. First half and this half is when he said, why is the mamas raising their daughters and loving their sons? And I think
I'm sorry. I stopped it too soon. She said
too soon.
I did. That's my fault. Okay. I thought the loop, but it just adjusted. And I summarized what she said at the end of it. Okay. She said, "Why are we as moms raising our daughters and loving our sons?" Now, before you before you can go to that part of the conversation, I have to say this: the only reason that can happen is because a man is allowing it to happen. Okay, either he's allowing it to happen by not being there, he's allowing it to happen by being absent, he's allowing it to happen by being passive, not stepping up. He's allowing it to happen by not handling the responsibilities or taking some of that weight off that woman. But understand something, that a woman's nature is to nurture. That's her number one nature. Okay. It is the rare woman who has that equal love and hard nose that to raise her son like, hey, nah, you gonna get this together. And today that's becoming even more rare. So you have a lot of women who will baby the heck out of a grown man, who will baby the heck out of a boy, and then be surprised when he is soft as a loaf of bread as a grown man, when he is irresponsible, incapable of maintaining his responsibilities. And then in that same house, you got a daughter who is a killer. I mean, in a good way. She got the education. She up wide open, getting ready for work. She going to get it. She got a good job. She saving her money. She got a mortgage. And that that woman will be sometimes babying that dude. And he gonna get it together. No. Light fires. Give ultimatums. Either you get this together or you got to go.
Man. Boys are like French fries. They require some heat to get the right amount of crispiness. And if you keep taking the heat off them, you're gonna end up with some mealy French fries. And ain't nothing less appetizing than a mealy French fry.
This joke is Pastor Tucker is on it today.
French fries.
Oh soft, mealy French fry.
You might as well have mashed potatoes. Don't know about mashed potatoes are better than a mealy French fry.
But we cutting up. But I want to go back to that because we ain't got time to dig into that. But talk about that heat though for a minute because I see you, Jaleel. Because that heat is required.
Yes.
Listen. There is some things that will happen to your son that you got to let that joker sit in. There's some stuff even I can think back that as a parent that with some of my sons, I have 3 sons. I should have let that joker sit in that for a long time and be uncomfortable. No rescue. Sit in it. Smell it. Wow. That's how I train the most of my kids to stop wetting their pants. Joker, or pooping in their pants. Joker off in the Joker. I knew it. Where he at? Where he at? Joker in the corner. What is he doing? Oh, he over there. Hey, did you poop?
Squeezing one out.
So I can look at your eyes, and then I said, okay. I said, that's what you did. Okay, you didn't come tell me that you had to poop. Okay, I got you. All right, you gonna have that diaper on for a while. Then after a while, stink. No. Stink. No. Sit in that.
Wow.
Sit in that. Then you just like, I can't believe it. I was gone and you let my son sit in that diaper. How long was in it? An hour and a half. Stink. Yeah, because I'm going to teach you not to do that again. Now, y'all right here, you got jokers 4 and 5 years old without any type of problem. I'm not talking about somebody with some developmental issues, so please be clear about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a joker that can tell you he want to watch Blue's Clues that can't tell you he using the bathroom.
Exactly.
Because you babying these jokers. Yeah. Jaleel, come on to the conversation.
I feel like I feel like all the stuff I was writing down, I can say for the end, to be honest. I did want to say, you've made me sit in my poop before. It's off topic. You've made me do that.
You remember that?
Distinctly. It is a core memory. It is a core memory.
And that's why you are a nice, crisp French fry right now, Jaleel.
You took the heat.
I never forget it.
See, when that young lady comes along, you will be perfectly appetizing. She'll be ready to put a little ketchup on you, sprinkle a little salt. You'll be perfectly appetizing. She will not turn you down like some incel mealy French fry.
Please. Big Daddy.
Supersize it, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy
Please. I'm going to walk into a McDonald's to the pimp outfit. We're going to do a skit. Like, can you supersize it?
Big Daddy Crispy.
Tristan has his hand up. I'm almost scared to hear what he got to say. Tristan, what do you can step to the mic. You can't be standing behind.
Step to the mic.
I'm not going to say anything bad.
No, I want to hear your thoughts.
So, about what you said earlier, you know, how these boys, these men today think that women owe them anything, especially their body. What ticks me off the most is when I was in school, and, you know, it happens all the time, I get made fun for being judged, like, oh, you're not a man, you haven't had sex. It's like, and that makes you more of a man?
Wow.
Because you had sex at an early age?
Wow. Wow.
That makes you more of a man. I'm more of a man than you because I still have my virginity. And not only that, I'm actually doing stuff instead of going out to these parties and getting laid.
Wow.
Say that. Speak on it, Chris.
And I just want to
speak on it.
I just want to go ahead and commemorate Tristan for being the first person on the Akintunde show to say getting laid on air.
Send all your emails to Tristan.
Star at Gmail.
And
but other than that, I agree with everything you just said, Tristan.
Hey, he makes a very valid point though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because once again, that's where the loss comes in.
Yeah.
Right.
Is the fact that you're taking society's direction.
Yeah.
About what manhood is.
That's it.
Yeah.
David says, "Show yourself, prove yourself a man, and do what God requires."
Yeah.
That's the standard of manhood. What God requires.
Yeah. We are really up against our clock. I had to hop on this other interview. Jermaine said, "LOL, my 3-year-old will go into the corner and poop, and then come to me and come tell me she pooped." Yeah, and like here's the rule: if you can tell me you poop after you poop, you can tell me you poop before you poop. So yeah, and if you did that, then you sit in that. You sit in that for a good little while. Not to the point where you get diaper rash, but to the point where you won't, because they ain't gonna sit down in that. They're not gonna sit down in that. They're gonna stand up. They're gonna be standing over there. Stink. Nope. Gotta sit in. You gotta sit in. Jaleel, do you have any concept of how long you had that diaper on?
I don't. All I know is that you told me to sit in it, and I didn't want to. I kind of eased my way into it.
You plank. You did the plank. You
I sure did. But you made me sit in there. It was not enjoyable. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, you brought your poop in your pants. Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
Poopy crapping.
Here come your Nissa. That's my little nickname for anybody. Poopsie Krappenheimer. That's Poopsie to this day. Poopsie Krappenheimer. If I see you come out the bathroom, hey Poopsie, Krappenheimer.
Wow.
We have been ridiculous today. Most of it led by Pastor Tucker and much contribution by Cletus.
I think I caught the Cletus bug. When you told me Cletus was going to be on the show, I was like, I know this going south.
Cletus actually did pretty good today. You know, he actually did pretty good.
I would have to say Dr. Cletus Kassady did well.
He did.
Dr. I was very impressed by Dr. Kassady today.
Listen, I think we probably have got just about all we can get in today. But closing thoughts on this topic. We're gonna come around the room. Let Donna give her closing thoughts. Pastor Tucker give her his. Jaleel as well. I'll give mine, and then we have to get out of here because, like I said, I have an interview to do. Public radio today. I'll be on public radio. So, or are we recording that today? See, I don't know if it's gonna be live or recorded, but either way, I'll be on that talking about healthy laughter. Yeah. So final thoughts, Donna J. What's your final thoughts, sis?
Just what I said before. I think that because society shifts, that men can feel like they're lost, and I think you just have to, go by what the word says and stand on that, and not worry about what society is dictating to you that you should feel. No, you shouldn't. Go by the word. That's the final word.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Jaleel, final thoughts. You mean come back to you?
Yeah, come back to me because I want to read mine last, if that's okay.
All right, Pastor Tuck, final thoughts, sir.
I think that lady who made that video, I hope she put her Cash App on there because she got it spot on. When she was talking about the way that we raise, because that's something that I say all the time. Ladies, you got to make sure that if you're raising a young man, you got to raise him like he's going to go to want to pursue somebody else's daughter. It's not about the voids that are in your life or what you didn't have, and like I said about your emotions. You got to look at who you're preparing him to be, because that's the job of a parent. I don't care whether it's your daughter or your son. You're preparing them for life, and that's the problem. I won't go too far into detail, but my daughter's been dealing with a situation for the past couple weeks, dealing with somebody else's child. And I'm sitting there looking at this situation, and I'm like, it's pathetic that somebody else has raised their child to think that the world revolves around them.
Yeah.
And that's a tragedy that we see that so often. You raise this child, now they have to go off, and now they're dealing with somebody else's child, and they're supposed to be adults at this age.
Yeah.
And they're acting like children because you've raised them to think this. I'm saying one day it's going to literally hit them in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't know how that's going to happen, whether they're going to get fired, whether they're going to get kicked out of school, or they literally going to get hit in the face with a brick. You don't know how that's going to happen.
One of the terms that I've picked up on social media that I actually agree with, and I hear some men talking about this and some women, but what happens is at some point you hit a wall in your life and you realize, oh yeah, I can't do that no more. I can't operate like that. I can't act like that. I can't ignore that. Whether that's a health wall, whether that's a business wall, financial wall, a relationship wall, a physical wall, even a sexual wall. You hit walls in your life that tell you that doing it this way can't continue. And when you hit that wall, the best thing is hopefully is that you realize it and you back up, you restart, and you don't go blaming people. You don't get bitter. You don't focus on the time that was lost or whatever the situation, circumstance is. You simply move forward with the adjustments necessary and that's needed for you to continue on in life. And so whether if you're raising a young man, recognize that men, first of all, men need direction. They need protection, and they need correction. Direction, protection, and correction. That's not all they need, but that's three things that's very key in the development of a young man. He needs direction, he needs protection, and he needs correction. He needs somebody to tell him what to do, what he should be doing. Believe it or not, we are talking this whole mindset of, oh, I don't want to tell him, he should be making his own decision. Yeah, that's true to a point, but people actually like being told what to do, believe it or not. And so you need, particularly young men and men in general, we like when somebody gives us some direction on stuff. And that helps you get to the point where you can make your own decisions and give somebody else direction. Protection, of course, protect him against himself, protect him against harmful of others. Sometimes that means saying no. Sometimes that means not giving him everything. Right. If a joker got F's on his report card and Nike's on his feet, you giving a joker too doggone much. If he getting put out of school and he got a brand new iPhone, you giving a joker too doggone much. And truth be told, I don't believe you should have a doggone phone until you almost got a doggone degree in your hand. That's my opinion. We've talked about that before. Another topic for another day. And lastly, he needs correction. He needs somebody that's willing to jack him up and tell him to his face, you are wrong. That is not right. You should not be acting like that. Else he goes into adulthood thinking that somebody owes you something. I cannot tell you how many adults I come into contact with professionally and even in a doggone customer service perspective manner that feel as though you're supposed to get paid and not working. What? Wow. Huh? What makes you think I owe you money or you should be paid and you don't work? What? Yep. You in here and you pointing in the direction of where the flip-flops are? No, sir, ma'am, walk me down there. And I know y'all feel like late in the show I be ranting, and sometimes I do, but it's the truth. You got a lot of entitlement-minded jokers around here that's sucking up air conditioning and sucking up Wi-Fi and feel as though somebody owes them something. Nobody owes you anything. Go out there and go get it. And if you're not qualified to correct them, call 1-800-UBER-BEAT.
Yep.
And it's not abuse. Jaleel, you got 60 seconds.
60 seconds.
Yes, sir.
All right. How to operate in healthy masculinity. Understand your emotions and being able to manage them in a healthy way. Operate effectively in your strength, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and not using our strength to abuse or mistreat or oppress the women and men around us. A humble awareness of thyself. There's no need to prove yourself to such a degree that you emasculate other men or enforce your perception of yourself on others, women included. Being secure in yourself. Insecurity, while human, is poison to a man if they allow it to overtake their perception and drive their actions. A healthy sense of responsibility, a sense of selflessness, and being open to correction, help, and even harsh criticism if necessary. Being a man is possible, and we are a little lost, but all we got to do is accept the changes in society and adjust in a way that doesn't take away from us being men, but also doesn't lead to us becoming these harsh, mean, bitter, angry, insecure individuals who don't know how to act around people and who don't know how to treat people. Don't be out here lashing out. Don't be out here acting out of your character. If you want to be a man, calm down, check yourself, and do what you got to do to be better. And you can still be a man, but stand by these people.
And you wrote that while the show was going on, son?
Yes.
Big Daddy Crispy.
Wow.
I wanted to be prepared when I spoke.
Wow. That was so good.
Nice.
Tell him again, Donna.
I love you, son.
Big Daddy Crispy.
I mean, seriously, I want you to come sit in the chair and read that. Okay. And then we'll put up as the individual video. We got to get up out of here, family. Okay, we are overtime. We love y'all. Clubhouse, we are gone. We'll see y'all. Y'all go to the after the show room with Paul and Celeste and Ashley. Thank y'all so much. We love y'all. This is the Akintunde Show. Until Tuesday, we're going to see y'all when we see y'all. Brought to you by Prisma Healthcare and Healthy Laughter and Wellsprings Family Medicine. Peace.
Love y'all.
Stop walking in front of the process.